Hi guys, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. For those of you who are new, welcome to the channel. I am Nicole. Libra, this is going to be your April reading. Libra, you guys, Gemini, Aquarius, and Capricorn. I did not get the mid-month for March out for you all, and I apologize for that. Human being here, running a business and doing 1,000 different things on top of this. But I do this because I enjoy it, and I hope to get some really good messages out to you guys that help you in your spiritual growth. So I decided to start with you air signs, and then we'll get on to Capricorn and then on to the rest of them. So Libra, this will be your April 2023 reading. This will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus cross watchers. If that is you, please discern the messages. Always, all of you, discern the messages accordingly. Not everything will resonate, but I do highly encourage you to listen to everything, because you may find that something comes up that resonates for you. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. It's one of the greatest ways to show your appreciation for what I do here, working with spirit. And then this too also is going to notify you every single time a new video is posted, so make sure you're also checking your other sign placements as well in your chart. And let's see, if you guys are interested in personal readings, I am available to do those, and that information is found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page too. So with that, Libra, let's get to it. I was doing a little bit of meditating prior to jumping on the camera here. They're showing me, what they showed me was like a T, okay? And this T, and they were telling me that you're coming to a crossroads. So we will see how this comes out in your reading, what we need to know, right? So Libra, let's see. It's kind of like, Spirit also said, walking the straight and narrow. So to each of you, you know what that means for you. So let's see what's going on, Libra. So Spirit for Libra, April 2023. The heat is on, the heat is on. Consistency. Can you stay consistent? Are you staying consistent? For Libra, April 2023. Ready but waiting. A lot of the signs, guys, we had a lot of astrological movements, planetary movements, things like that last week that really sent us in a different way. And a lot of us are facing a lot of decision-making processes at this time, all right? This ready but waiting is like, to me, it feels like there's some hesitancy as to whether or not to move in a new direction. Like, it's time to find the most peaceful way about life. If you've been struggling in conflict, I keep seeing the Five of Wands in my mind's eye. If there's been struggle, internal conflict, external conflict, it's time to step into peace. She's got that dove, she's holding on to it, but are you willing to release yourself to step into that peace? It's all in your hands what you do. Core. I feel like for some of you, you feel like you can't breathe. That core, to me, I've never really seen it that way, but it's like she's holding her breath. It's almost like I'm hearing almost Spirit is saying begging for mercy. So whatever the situation, I'm going to say this is a situation surrounding you, or a situation that you are kind of at the core center of it in, preservation. You're just not willing to take the steps to handle whatever this is. Like, you're sitting there waiting, and for some of you, you may have a whole hell of a lot to say. For others of you, Spirit is saying, speak your truth. What is the truth? What is the truth to a situation? What is the truth to a matter that you need to address at this time? Because it's like, whatever this is, whatever truth needs to come out, you're sitting in anguish over this. It is eating you up inside. I see that preservation. I'm going to pause there for a second. That preservation card at the bottom really is speaking to me, because you've got the ability to bring things together, tear things apart, and start anew. For some of you, may be dealing with children as well. but it's like you feel dead inside from a situation. Whatever this situation is, it leaves you feeling bare and just exhausted and worn out, and like trying so hard to feel something other than this, like this tensed up tight energy, because you know that there's so much more behind the scenes. Really, this is very much behind the scenes. Like when you strip away, as they call it, you know, I've heard quite a few readers say, our meat suit, like the bare bones of who we are. What is underneath there? What is lying in there within you that the truth needs to be told? And I don't know why the truth, they just keep going truth, 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 truth. Like it's almost like cheerleaders in the background going truth, 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 you know. And you may have people egging you towards being honest and open about whatever this is. It's making you feel like you're holding your breath. It's making you feel like you're tensed up. It's time. Like these snakes, I don't even know if they are snakes, but they look like snakes to me. So that's what I'm going with, because that's what I see. You know, like for me as a reader, like if I see snakes, like I'm not a fan, not my thing. This girl doesn't want no parts of them. But it's like, to me, it's squeamish, it's squirmish, it's deceptive, it's illusionary stuff, right? Like you see, you know, a whole group of snakes. I'll never forget. And here, I'm going to tell you my little story, because to me it holds weight. I took my dog out one time years ago to like a park place, like a state park kind of thing with a river, and we were sitting there tanning, you know, young and having fun. And we didn't realize that a couple of rocks down the way there was an entire pit of baby snakes. And I don't even know, like I didn't even need to know what they were, what kind they were. I wanted to get the hell out of there. But my dog noticed these snakes. They were sneaky, they were sly, they were deceptive, they were illusionary, because you see one and you don't know where it starts or where it ends, and you may be caught up in something where you're not sure how the hell it got started, not sure where the hell the end is, but there's just all this mess in between. They're squirming over top of each other. They're trying to find a way out, whatever it is. And if you are a person, Libra, that maybe you're trying to find yourself a way out of a sticky situation, how the hell did you get into it to begin with? And Spirit, I got confirmation of massive chills. The messages that are coming in for these readings today are just, it's astounding. I am blown away by the feeling that's ushering in with these readings. Again, Spirit keeps going, truth. How the hell did you get into such a situation? Is it time to speak a truth? And if you're on the flip side of that and you see this squirmish, squeamish, bullshit behavior going on that's illusionary, what do you got to do to speak a truth to bring this shit to an end? Like this is going to be for the cross watcher, and this is also going to be for Libra. So pay attention, folks. Like this is something that's like really calling your attention to be in an upfront, up straight, like honest position. And when I told you I seen that T, it's like, here you are. You might be standing to the side of this situation, being that lower part of that T, but what comes straight across? What is, you know, horizontal to the matter? And, you know, you might be parallel in it, but horizontally, like it's time to walk the straight and narrow on whatever the situation is. It's time to get it together. It's time to figure it out. It's time to step into it and go, here's how we started. This is how it's going to end. And if you are not being honest and truthful, if this has become an internal conflict within you that was started on your end, it is time to just speak up and do the right thing. If this is you who, you know, who's sitting on the outside of a situation and you're watching things go down, it's time to bring it to an end, because I feel like it's very much stepping on your energy of complete and utter, just, it's stressful. And if this pertains to children, it's stressful. Like, for God's sakes, let's find the peace of the situation. Let's find the peace in the situation, and let's move on from it, right? Like, these messages are so profound. Like, I feel like for some of you, you're ready to explode. Whether it's out of remorse, regret, the time is now. The time card, magnetism. You're being pulled to speak a truth. You're being pushed to speak a truth. Again, these children, I think it was Gemini kids kind of popped up too. This is about the work that we're doing now that's going to affect our younger generations. It is also about healing prior generations. That soul's work is both top and bottom from where we are. So what are you doing to make these changes happen? But in this magnetism, Spirit is asking you, Spirit is calling to you to take the plunge right now. That it is time to find that equatable balance that is going to harmonize the situation. And I'm going to say, Libra, like I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't want to be in your shoes. I'm going to be straight with you. I've got a Libra Venus, but I still wouldn't want to be in your shoes. Because it's like you've got to release what is building up within you so that you can have peace. The ball is in your court. It's your choice on how you're going to handle these situations, because in the core of your being, I feel like you're tired. You're tired of fighting. You're tired of going at it. You're tired of these internal conflicts. And every time I look at this Ready But Waiting, I keep seeing the Five of Wands in my mind's eye in the Light Seers deck. I keep seeing that card. Just everybody's reaching and grasping for straws and fighting over amongst each other and in between each other. Like, it is time to let this go. It is time to step into this. I just seen 1111, by the way. Divine protection, divine guidance. You know exactly what it is that you need to do to move out of this conflictual energy. By God, step into that light and do it. The time is now. You are supported. You are guided through this. Do the right thing. Do what you know in your heart needs to be done. Okay? Strong, strong, strong messages. Because this here, you've sat back. Like, you may have started something new. I don't know that it was a repetitive behavior. Or again, this could be somebody you're dealing with, Libra. This was a repetitive behavior, a repetitive pattern that kept playing out. And it's like all of a sudden you started to see it for what it was. Or you knew what direction it was going to go that maybe you were trying to control. Magnetism, now you're being pulled to release. You're being pulled to find space. You're being pulled to just give way to whatever this nonsense is and bring it to an end. All right? Okay, guys, let's see. Libra for the month of April. Libra for the month of April. 8 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles. What do? I feel like usually don't take those many, but those many. The English grammar, right? Ha ha ha. For some of you, you may be perturbed by English grammar. The grammar, I can't talk. That doesn't come out right. Anyhow, 8 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles. I usually don't take that many like this, but I will this time. I feel like for some of you, you got up and you walked away from a situation or tried to you may have just emotionally disconnected from a situation altogether because it wasn't fulfilling. There was a lot of anger, a lot of frustration, and it's like, I just want to move into something better, something brighter. 2 of Pentacles being there tells me you're not sure how to balance this out. That 2 of Pentacles is like, it could be this way, it could be that way, it could be dark, it could be light. You know, I feel like you may feel like you're on an isolate island on your own, because maybe for some of you, you may have cut off as much as you have cheerleaders in the background urging you on what it is you even know you need to do. You also feel like the wind is just beating the shit out of you, whatever this situation is. Up and there, look at the bottom, 3 of Swords. Hurt, heartbreak, disgust, pain, betrayal, all of these things. Like, it's almost like sitting on this situation, sitting with this situation. It's like you're out in the middle of the desert and the wind is whipping and you're just getting beat up by sand, and it's just, you're getting whipped around like you're in a whirlwind. So there's really a very big need to walk away from a situation, bringing it to an end. This hair, oh my, look at me looking at myself in there. This need to really address what's going on. And you may not know what to do. And we're going to dive more into it. We're going to clarify, but you want to just, I feel like there's moments where you turn your back, and then you turning your back takes you back to a mental process, even though those are pentacles and not swords, this mental process of how the hell do I get out of this? I'm in something and I don't know how to get out of it, and it's causing a whole lot of hurt as a result. All right, present energy for April for Libra, please. King of Swords, needing to get clear, logical about a situation, standing in your truth. The King of Swords, he is respected, he is logical, he is all truth-telling, he is knowledgeable, he's got it figured out. He's mentally clear, mentally sharp about every single thing that he's doing, and he knows what he needs to do. He's gained wisdom, insight. He didn't get to be the king just because, right? He's had to work his way through that journey to get there. And you will work your way through this if you allow, like, again, I'm going to reiterate this to you, Libra. You know exactly what it is you need to do. Maybe finding a creative approach, coming at it with compassion and love. Maybe things didn't work out the way you wanted them to before. Maybe you thought it would be very different. For some of you, maybe dealing with somebody with the King of Swords kind of energy. I want to say, though, for some of you, this person could be a little bit snarky is what Spirit's giving me. So let's see. Future conditions. Ace of Pentacles comes out in the sideways position, as you can see. And that's the way I'm going to leave it there. All right. Underneath that, the Tower. Maybe your foundations, that Pentacle energy, it wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. Maybe, you know, what you thought was going to be something long-term fulfilling, you're starting to realize that there were things about it that are playing out now, that you're seeing that it wasn't whatever decisions of the past. And I'm going to say these are very much decisions of the past with that Tower card there. You may have to let a lot of things go. And when I say that, I'm going to say it's not letting things go so much in the tangible arena, even though we've got Pentacles here, but the intangible in the sense of maybe your perception of something. And that perception card kind of popped out on the bottom of the underline from the Sacred Earth Oracle, is very much about the perception of how you thought it would be. Maybe this false foundation you built surrounding a person or a situation, that you're recognizing that it's not what it was. It's not what it was cracked up to be, or maybe some false Four of Cups. Like there's disappointment attached to this, that maybe you thought that this had a higher level of commitment to something, or you thought you were doing the right thing, and now you're recognizing that maybe for some of you, external circumstances are letting you down. Your expectation tied to that, it's leading to this Tower moment, right? And for others of you, Spirit's saying you thought you would get your way, and now you're not. So again, create, whether it's an expectation of the relationships that you had built, or the situations that surrounded you, or Libra, if you were in a deceptive energy through this conflict of trying to win, it's not turning out the way that you thought it would. It wasn't as cut and dry as you thought it was going to be. I'm getting two very different storylines. I want to say very different, but they're navigating in two different directions. One of them, Libra, is you not being honest. For others of you, you know, and Libra, sorry for the ass spanking if that's you, but you know your story. You know how this fits. It's just a realization, and it's a lesson, okay? For others of you, if you had tied up expectations to another person on how they would be as far as some type of commitment, matters of commitment, of how they would stand in their power and do their part, or what you thought their part was, you're recognizing that they're not as put together, or a situation is not as put together, excuse me, as you thought it was going to be, right? One second. Okay, that can wait. All right, so let's see here. I feel like for some of you, you've really been taken, I don't want to say taken advantage of, but that's what Spirit's given me. Maybe you feel like there's a situation surrounding you that you feel taken advantage of, or maybe someone, you know, or you took advantage of a situation, something to that effect. Son of Cups in reverse, Son of Wands in the upright. I am not a fan of these cards. And the Four of Pentacles in reverse. For some of you, this might be tied to finances. Five of Pentacles. Judgment in the reverse. Piss poor decision making. For some of you, you're getting exactly what you asked for. I hate to say, again, this is two separate. I can feel this energy kind of split. as to who this reading is for. I will say this is for Libra and the cross watcher. I will also say that there is a Libra out there that's sitting in a deceptive energy, and I will say there's a Libra out there that had expectations tied to something and they're not being fulfilled right now. Okay, so for the Libra that just emotionally checked out, or the cross watcher who's emotionally checked out and now stuck in this Two of Pentacles kind of energy, there is the emotions have been completely shut off to a situation entirely. And it's like, you may feel like you're being offered something small. I'm going to call it something very insignificant. With this Four of Pentacles in reverse, it's just like, if I don't do anything at all, maybe it'll go away. But it's going from the Four to the Five of Pentacles. You know, it's not, it's like you're trying to hold something together, whether this is a falsified idea of a person or a falsified situation that's been created. You're hanging on, trying to hang on to something with this Two of Pentacles, because it's like, the way these come out is you've emotionally checked out of a situation, but yet you're still hanging on to the what could be's, or how do I navigate the sticky situation that I'm in. But as long as you're holding on and not doing anything, this ready but waiting, right? You're just sitting with this, nothing is going to change, and it's going to lead more to that Five of Pentacles. More sorrow, more loss, more lack, feeling without. You know, it's the adage, and I've said it a million times, I think, in these videos. You do the same thing, you get the same results. If you want something to be different, then you're going to have to be the thing that changes it if everything else around you is staying the same. Or you're finding yourself in an energy that doesn't make you feel good, right? So this King of Swords, let's take a look at that. Eight of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. The Three of Swords. Spirit saying the truth hurts. Again, two separate storylines here, and this is what I'm going to go with. If you took action on something, you may have thought you've done your homework. This may be for the deceptive energy, okay? I'm going to bounce back and forth in between these two different energies I'm getting. If you were in a deceptive space, you may have worked through something and pulled the trigger, and it's leading you to a lot of hurt, leading you to a lot of heartbreak, leading you to a lot of disappointments as a result. It's almost like getting caught up in your own web. I don't know why. I have not seen the Five of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the Devil, but it's very much a self-deceptive energy, because I feel that hesitancy, which Libra tells me that is likely to be you again, or somebody you're dealing with. But it's like you're learning a lesson, you've learned a lesson, you're learning a lesson, or you're now sitting back, hindsight 2020, going, what the hell? Why did this happen the way that it did? Why did this become so difficult? Because now it's like, now you've got to sit with the action that was taken to a situation that got you caught up. It's like the foundation, again, with this Tower underneath all of this underlying energy is brought you down, maybe to your knees, of not knowing what to do. For others of you, it's like you really thought with that Eight of Pentacles that you had done everything that you needed to do. Something came so close to working out. Something came so close to being a beautiful new beginning, but then it was cut off. Yeah, there you go. The Six of Cups, Three of Pentacles, and the Wands. Six of Wands underneath there. I do feel like for a lot of you, you thought this situation or person had a lot of promise to it. But now you're in a space of recognizing whether or not you need to cut it off altogether. I'm going to clarify that. Three of Swords, Spirit. Father of Pentacles in the reverse, or the King of Pentacles in reverse, and the King of Wands in the upright. It was think now, or act now, think later kind of energy. Temporary wish fulfillment. You know, it's almost like what you had hoped for didn't come to be, in the sense, it was like The energy that needed to happen, it may have happened slowly, but yet there was a whole lot of determination to see things come out a certain way at some point. And I almost want the year 2012 is coming up. Why that is the year, I don't know. But they were showing me 2012. So this could be, 10, 11, 10, 13 years ago. For some of you, it won't be that time frame. It'll be closer to now. Discern. Again, guys, discern accordingly. But it's like, it was act now, think later. And now, maybe after all this time, this can be some karmic kind of stuff coming to the front or the forefront right now, as we're clearing things out to step into our better selves, so we don't repeat bullshit again, right? It was not a steady and stable decision. That Judgment in the reverse that popped out on the bottom to begin with, I think back to that, and then this Temperance. Did I have Temperance out here somewhere? Maybe, I don't know. Anyhow, it was an unbalanced energy. Very much. All action, passion, here's the idea, here's the thought behind this. But it wasn't a stable, consistent, firm-founded decision. And for some of you, you may be dealing with two separate energies. They could be masculine energies, they don't have to be. Of one, you're seeing what a person was like, and now who they are. Now it's, again, hindsight is 20/20. You're seeing these differences. Again, I talked about in the Gemini video about the masculine energies. The masculines have gone through it here lately, the DMs. They're really, really feeling the pressures of changing their ways. I feel like the feminine energies really went through that last year, about midsummer, if I remember correctly. And now the masculine energy has kind of shifted back to the forefront of going, here's these changes that need to occur. Not saying that every man, and however you identify, that you're going through it. You may be dealing with somebody who is going through that type of energy right now. And again, I just want to go, Spirit is going, being brought to their knees. It's like Judgment Day. It's Judgment Day. If you want things to work out right, you're going to have to put the work in to make it work out right. There's that need of truth and morals. Thank you, Spirit. That comes through, that you're going to have to put the work in. If you're going to talk the talk, you better walk the walk. So that's it. It's a little bit, again, I still, even though I don't have those cards out here, I still get this energy of some deception surrounding a situation, or the inability to make a move. It's time to get your shit together. Whoever this is, whether it's you or the cross watcher, Libra, somebody needs to get their shit together. All right, Ace of Pentacles. And I'm going to say to you guys, too, that this could have gone, sitting sideways, Ace of Pentacles. The ability to make this stable and worthwhile was there at some point. And it was just like, I could, no, I won't. Can't quite make up a decision to be consistent as to what direction we're going to go. Whoever this is, again, Libra, whether this is you or the cross-watcher, and cross-watchers, if I make you mad, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, because this is just the truth of the matter of the situation. You know how it fits. It's time to get real with yourself. So let's see. Ace of Pentacles. What is this about for Libra? Spirit, April. The Sun in the sideways position. The Four of Cups. Everybody's kind of in this, like, what do I do kind of energy. Four of Cups in the reverse. Page of Wands. I want to just say to you all, the Four of Wands at the bottom, Page of Wands, Four of Wands. The Sun comes out and again, the sideways position. I just, when they come out like that, to me, it tells me again, free will is at play. What are we going to do with it? Are we going to put the work in to make these decisions based upon what they need? That Four of Cups in the reverse to me is like regret. Trying to kind of sneak around the actual issues of a situation. We're going to tiptoe around a situation because, God, if we have to acknowledge some wrongdoing, we're going to get burned. That's what I kind of feel like. I feel like with the Sun in the sideways position along with that Four of Wands, it's like Spirit is saying cutting ties somehow. Whatever that is, you may have to cut your losses. You may have to cut some ties. You may have to recognize that what had the potential to be something beautiful. Somebody else has a free will choice, or maybe this is you, Libra, that's got that free will choice to decide what it is that you're going to do with that. And you can't get clear on it. Like it's like almost like this battle of like the devil and the angel on the shoulder. Like, do I take the peaceful approach, or do I sit with this bullshit energy of repeating things that I know they're not benefiting anybody, including myself? But this has everything to do with your home life. Ah, there it is. There it is. The nine, well, not quite. The 9 of Swords in reverse. Anxiety, worrying. But the truth of the matter of how it's affecting your home life. It may be a lot of stress, a lot of anguish, a lot of frustration that's building up, that's making your home life an imbalance somehow. It's affecting the foundations of home one way or another. And I do want to clarify this Tower. I didn't do this for Gemini, but I feel like I need to clarify this Tower. There you are, Libra, the Justice card. Signs that you're dealing with or may potentially be dealing with. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sag, Aries, Leo again. The Tower. Aries and Libra energy. I think Aries season is going to be this is I'm going to tell you, I feel like Aries season is a make it or break it for you guys for some reason. Either you're in it or you're not. You're in it or you're not. You're going to boss up, you're not. Something's got to give in this season. What is this Tower about for Libra, please, Spirit? The Moon in the reverse, illusions coming to an end, secrets being revealed, truth coming to light, the 6 of Wands. But there it is, the Hangman. I'm still hearing from Spirit, afraid to speak your truth. You may be dealing with the Gemini also, the Lovers. Again, it's about the choice that's being made. It's releasing yourself of these burdens, Libra, whatever this burden is. It's the need to get that different perspective. It's a need to take the time out and really get clear about what it is that needs to be done here. I want to say that, no pressure. The choice is yours. But it is absolutely your choice to make. And it's really time to see things for what they are. This emotional energy that's coming up is meant to give you insight as to why things are happening the way that they are, and to release you. Again, a lot of us are closing cycles out right now, to release you from this. And I feel like it's leaving you, as much as I see this Hangman. I like the Hangman, Pisces energy there, and then Cancerian energy there with the Moon, or Pisces again. I'm a bit of a big fan of the Hangman, because when we're in a different perspective, we have to see things differently. It gives us a different way to understand certain areas and aspects of our lives. But this Hangman, to me, the way this is coming out and with the energy of this reading, it's like you're going into self-protection. It reminds me more of the Hermit than the Hangman. It's just a loner kind of energy, a protect yourself, time out, the way these cards are depicted for me anyways. And then that Tower, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, or even a Scorpio on that note too. But this Hangman is really asking you to be honest with yourself, to get honest with your emotions, and then if it hasn't worked, whether you are the person who's been sitting in this deception type of energy, why hasn't it worked? And it's time to be honest about it and let it go. Speak your truth, fess up, be forthright, and let it go. And Libra, if you're on a little bit of that flip side where you're dealing with this energy that is just not putting in the work and the energy and the effort, it was supposed to be a lesson to you somehow. And you have the choice as to what you're going to do with this moving forward. Make sure that if you've learned about these situations or these people, go back and look at how it's repeated in your lifetime. Maybe it started out good and then boom. or the need to compete, you know, if this is more of the aspect for you, this need to compete, this need to be in conflict, this need to fight and win at all costs. Why? Spirit is saying it's about what you're afraid you're going to lose. What are you going to lose? You're going to lose more sitting in a space of fear than you are anywhere else. Some of you just didn't give it a go. And for others of you, it's totally about learning. It's all about the learning. If you didn't give, you have to give something a chance. Or maybe you gave it a chance and you got sorely disappointed at the end of the day. What did you learn? Boundaries. Where do these boundaries need to happen? How do they need to take shape? All right, some advice for you guys. Libra. Advice for Libra for the month of April, please, Spirit. Spirit of gratitude. Be thankful for the experiences. Very much that's 7. Boundaries. It's always boundaries to me with 7s for some reason. It's like, back up. Divine matrix. Things were not, let's go back for 1 second. The spirit of gratitude. Be thankful for the growth that has happened during this phase of your life. Whatever this cycle is, whatever is happening for you specifically, live in a space of gratitude. Even if it feels, and I'm going to say bittersweet to you, could it have turned out differently? Yeah, absolutely. But pay attention to what you're hearing your guides tell you. Pay attention to what you're hearing from yourself about these lessons. Listen to that gut. If you know it's not right, grow through it. Be thankful for it, even if it was difficult. It was meant to, I just keep seeing like a cup half full. Like get the cup's half full rather than, or half empty rather than half full, I'm sorry. Cup is half empty is how it comes through. This divine matrix, things not being as they appeared to be for so long. Truths coming out. Not realizing maybe the potential of where things would go. How they would turn out. Why they would turn out the way they would turn out. But there's a lot of, oh shit. I feel like I'm waking up from something that I didn't even realize I was a part of somehow. And now there's a heavy truth. Right? Wait 1 second. Okay. One more card of advice, please. The land between. Again, force, very heavy force. And then the willing release, the bottom. To me, this land in between is very much a divided energy. You understand that you externally can only do so much and other people have to be willing to meet you halfway. There is a very, very apparent divide at this time. And the road back to harmony, or this peace with this dove back here, may feel treacherous to you. You may have to sacrifice certain things to get there. For some of you, if you've built a situation that had false foundations and now you're seeing it crumble, you may have to own up to some shit that you may not be willing to at this time. But if you want to bring this back together somehow, if you want to work through the turmoil, if you want to course correct what's happened, you're going to have to put the work in. And again, flip that. It works for both sides. Willing release. Are we going to work together? Because if not, then you need to let it go. And if you're going to move forward, you've got to let the past go. Because if not, and you're carrying resentment and baggage and bullshit to the forefront of everything that's ever happened in the past, you are not going to have a new peaceful beginning. You've got to let it go. And say, here's a clean slate. Here's my truth. I'm going to own up and accept responsibility and accountability for my part. And then we're going to start anew. And that new may be without that person or situation. That new may be somebody getting their shit together and owning up to their stuff, and everybody working on it together moving forward. But everybody's got to be willing to release this. And I don't know why I want to say, but there may be 4 people involved. You got 4 puffballs, whatever they call those, on that card. And you've got 4 birds in the flock there. So somehow this may be, excuse me, a family dynamic, and everybody's going to have to put the wands away, stop beating the hell out of each other, and start working towards harmony. Speak your wishes into existence. Words are powerful manifestors. Do with them what you want. And if you've been sitting in this deceptive energy, it's time to get straight. It's time to come straight. It's time to come clean. It's time to open up. It's time to say, listen, this is what I did wrong, and I recognize this now. What can we do to bring this back into balance? Because I know I effed up. Again, Libra, this is very much for you and very much for the cross watcher. I have no doubt about that whatsoever. Pay attention. It's like devil and angel energy. It's choices. What are you going to do with it? All right, Libra, if you found this video resonated for you, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel again if you have not done so. It is, again, one of the greatest ways to show your appreciation, Libra. I'm wishing you the best month of April. You know, do what feels right in your soul. Open yourself up to new possibilities. Heal the past so you can move forward. Again, if you want to dive into it, dive into it deeper for your personal situation, please know that the information to reach out to me is in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. Again, I wish you guys the best month of April. Take care of yourselves. I'm sending you all of my love. I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.